What happens when you get bored one Saturday evening and you decide to do a challenge by giving yourself a $0 budget and a 24-hour time limit? What you end up with is probably the sketchiest build of all time. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, as I ran into a ton of issues building this thing. But let's start at the beginning. I'm going to be using a ton of junk and leftover parts from my previous builds to be building this trike. I got a couple old bars that I got from my grandparents' old porch. I got an old bicycle that I used to have a 80cc engine on. And all the other parts used to be on my 6.5 horsepower scooter. This is going to probably be a tough build. Of course, I started out by mocking up where everything was going to go, and the original idea was to have the engine actually bolt on to the frame itself instead of using an engine mount, which I decided to change up later. Since I'm using square tubing and I don't have a bender, I'm just going to make them 90-degree angles. These welds really need to hold because of the stress and the weight that's going to be put on it going at high speeds, because if any of it breaks, I'll be in big trouble. I took the axle and measured how long I needed the frame to be and cut the extra off. So I'm going to be reusing these pieces, probably going to come in half, so I could put a second layer on that. I could actually allow the axle to go through the bearings and also have a little extra support. I cut these pieces the same length as the bearing brackets so that it could be flat and look pretty good. Dang guys, look at these dimes. I think I did a pretty good job on the first one, but second attempt, I think I did a whole lot better. So these are not going anywhere, and that's where the axle's gonna go, over here. And then I'm gonna put 2 more bars, maybe 3 up here. And then depending on where the engine's gonna sit, I'm probably gonna have to put it on top, on the top bars supported. I got the top bar on and tack welded it down and made sure that's where I wanted it to be, and then I welded it down the rest of the way. I got this side all installed. Now it's time to go to that side, so I'm kind of running out of bars to use, but I got 4 left. Hopefully that's enough to actually finish the build. But I'm only been working on this for about 2.5 hours, and I'm pretty happy with the progress I'm making. So we started at 1 o'clock, and right now it's almost 3:30. In order to line up the engine and the chain, I went ahead and installed the axles. This wasn't too hard, as I have done this multiple times before. Alright, so I got this bar perfectly cut and it's straight. It's at 11 inches on both sides. Now I just need to grind the paint off and weld them together. This is what we got so far. Guys, I think we might have failed the challenge. I can't do it in one day. The next time I'll be able to actually work on this is probably Monday. So I have failed the challenge, but we're still going to continue to work on it until it's finished. Now it was time to put the engine on, and I decided to redo the engine mount because I had no room or no way to actually adjust the chain if the chain was too loose. Here's the mock-up. I got the engine mocked up on here. I made it exactly 7 inches apart, which is the same width as the base of the engine, so I could just drill some holes and screw it in. Hopefully the chain will actually loop back around. And that's the chair, or the seat I'm wanting to use. I could also add some bolts down there. I'm thinking about raising the seat up just a little bit, just to get it over the engine. Give me more protection if the chain breaks. I added some square tubing under where the seat's going to go. This was also going to help with the bar not breaking or bending under the weight of the person sitting on it. I also mounted up the front of the trike as well. I added extra bars so I could weld more and keep it in place. It's time to see if this thing's going to support its own weight. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. It is. It's supporting its own weight. That's crazy. Okay, so I came up with a plan to prevent the middle from bowing down and actually give this frame a little extra support. I'm actually going to take this bar right here. I'm going to kind of cut it to where I could weld it right here and here. And so it should prevent the front of the bicycle and the frame to bend in the middle, because it's going to hold it straight right there. Now this is the last bar I got, so I mocked up where I'm going to put it. I got the lines right there. I'm going to try to bring this all the way across to the frame and possibly slide it all the way down flush, but I might need to give it some extra room depending on where I'm going to cut it over there. All right, so I got the engine bolted down, and I got all the tires aired up just to see if this rolls. I'm actually in the seat right now. I'm trying to find a good area to put the seat so I can fit it. Now I believe I have an idea. I'm going to use some tubing to hold it into place and possibly use it right here. So let's do that. So I got this bar right here. I drilled a hole and flattened the edge so I can stick it right here and weld it to the frame, while also having a screw or a bolt and a nut going straight through the seat. So it'll allow me to keep the seat stationary when we drive this thing. And it's gonna hold up onto the engine just a little bit, but the heat should not warp the plastic. So this should be working out pretty well. We got this extra tubing right here just to keep it from bowing in. We're trying our best to have the best support on this bicycle. Guys, so we did a little bit of adjustment on the frame. We had to re-weld and replace some stuff and added a few things. Got the seat all bolted on and welded in. This thing, once you sit in it, it cannot turn very well. It probably has a clearance for just about half an inch, but I decided to make this just a drag racing focused. Now it might take some wide turns, but that's what we're going to test out. Guys, this actually really does feel really good to sit in. Like the handlebars ain't too far away, and it's pretty low to the ground, so you kind of have to have your feet out. But if you're young like me, you can probably just hold them right here and just drive like this. This is how I'm probably going to ride it. I know it kind of looks stupid, but I might be able to do this sometimes to make it look cool too. First start up. got the brake caliper on. I welded a bracket from the frame to where it holds the caliper, and it actually it's gonna hold pretty well. I got some pretty good welds on there to make sure the brakes actually work. So I'm gonna ride down the hill and see if they work. Hopefully it stop me. Let's go, the brakes work. All right, so we gotta get some of the welds and everything cleaned up on this cart before we paint it. I have an exact color. I know what I want to paint it. I took 220 grit sandpaper and sanded everything down, including the welds, so that the paint would stick. Alright, so I just finished painting. I did a pretty quick job, and so it doesn't look the best, especially once you get closer. However, I believe that it's good for a quick paint. I didn't want too much mix and matching paint colors. I didn't even paint over there, but that's perfectly fine. This thing isn't supposed to look good. It's supposed to be fun to ride. So here is the mini chopper all fully painted and ready to rip. All I need to do is change the carburetor and it'll be ready to go. The chain might have too much play in it. All right, so this thing is finally finished. It's time for its first test drive. We got the new carburetor installed. It runs perfectly fine. We had to play with the idle a little bit to get the thing to idle right, but I believe that it's gonna run pretty well for the start of it. The chain's a little loose. Hopefully it will not break, but I got a new helmet. I'm gonna be wearing this, and hopefully this will protect me if the chain breaks, plus the chain guard. So the engine kept bogging down at full throttle, so I had to try and fix the jetting. However, I realized I didn't put the carburetor back together correctly, so it was stuck open throttle and it ran into the house. Oh, dude. Bro. Ah. That is crazy. Oh, wow. It even chipped in there too. That's crazy. No, I took out the Christmas lights. Dang. Dude, at least these two trees survived. Guys, everything seemed to be alright. Just a few Christmas decorations was actually destroyed. Nothing was destroyed. It went straight for my truck, but it didn't hit it, thankfully. Even the frame bent. Oh, wow. It kind of pushed over a little bit. There was minor damages on the trike itself, but I since then fixed it. So what happened was that the tire hit the wall, or the front tire hit the wall, bounced back, and this ran into the concrete, pushing the tire into the frame, bending the frame. All right, so I got a brand new sprocket in, and I'm going to replace it. It is bigger than the other sprocket that's on here already. We got the new sprocket on, and it's new sprocket adapter. This is a 48 tooth, and it got the new gold chain all on perfectly, and it is actually not loose at all. As you can see, maybe, yeah, it's getting loose. The chain might be a little loose, but since we got the engine mount on, our custom built engine mount, we could finally slide the engine forward to tighten up the chain. I think the brake fell off that time. Now after all this work, it's finally time to ride it and stretch its legs. Is fun. This thing is fast. I think I went like maybe 30 miles an hour, and that ain't even full throttle. That was half throttle. I was kind of taking it easy because I testing everything out, but dude, this thing is fun. You ain't gonna see the bottom, so it's fine. Just you have to ease into the turns. But this thing turns perfect. Oh man! Jeez, dude!
Oh my.
Oh my lord!
Broke the brake line. Yep.
Yep. So that's going to be the end of this trike build, and this video was really fun to make, and this cart was fun to drive, but the brakes broke, and I'm going to scrap it and do something else.